A boating accident on Lake Rossignol, not far from Kejimkujik National Park over the weekend, claimed the lives of 2 children aged 10 or younger. 4 people were in a boat, including 1 adult man and 3 children. Constable Mandy Edwards speaks for the Halifax Regional Detachment of the RCMP. So, Constable, this all unfolded Saturday afternoon. When exactly did the call to 911 come in, and who made that call?
So we received a 911 call at about 4:56 p.m. and it was actually made by the man who was in the boat with the children. He had reported that they were in distress. Their boat had taken on water and was overturned, and they were making their way to shore.
And so, what do you know about the conditions that led to the boat capsizing?
Well, I didn't know anything at the time, but the rescue emergency responders who were part of the rescue mission did indicate how the waves, the lake was rough, it was windy, the lake had a rocky bottom. So because of the recent drought this summer, the water levels were low. So those were some of the conditions that they had to deal with during this operation.
And what do we know about what kind of boat it was?
Yeah, we know that it was a flat-bottomed canoe that had a small motor on it, and apparently the motor stopped working and the wave action on the lake, the boat was taking on water and they were trying to bail it out, but unfortunately the boat overturned.
Okay, and so people who don't know, this is a large lake in Nova Scotia. These folks out boating, what do we know about whether all 4 had life jackets on or not?
Yeah, we do know that personal flotation devices were worn, so that was not an issue, but the fact that we had young children out in pretty choppy lake conditions probably uh, impeded their ability to get to shore.
And what do we know about that? Did all 4 people try to swim to shore? Did they all make it to shore?
So what we know is that we were able to get in touch via the phone system. So there was still a cell phone that was able to be used by the man and the children. So we were able to make contact. The man was attempting to perform life-saving measures on the children, while one of the other children was on the phone with our dispatch, helping to get our emergency responders in the right direction. It's a pretty large lake, so they were having troubles themselves trying to locate this party.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about that, because it's such a key point in all of this. What role did search and rescue play? How did those rescuers get to that scene?
So the rescuers were RCMP, EHS, various fire departments, as well as a search and rescue helicopter. So while the man was performing life-saving measures on the other 2 children, one of the children maintained communication on the phone and was able to listen for the helicopter that was being deployed to help look for them. So they were able to find their exact location by maintaining that communication.
And then how were those 4 people taken out of the area? Was it by helicopter?
Yes, they were removed from the area by helicopter and were transported to hospital.
What do you know about how the survivors are doing?
What I know is that the 2 survivors are currently in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
And do you know much, or can you say much about how these people were related to each other?
I can't comment on the relationship, just that all 4 were from the Fall River area.
This is such a tragic story. I know it gripped a lot of people over the weekend. I mean, in your profession and in your role here, what comes to mind to you when you look at the details of this story?
Yeah, so we kind of think about boater safety, and I believe that they did what they should have done. They had a destination, they had a cell phone, they were using personal flotation devices, they had checked the weather prior to going out, and everything looked fine. But as we know in Nova Scotia, things can change quickly, and it just happens that sometimes tragedy does happen.
I really appreciate you spending some time to tell us a little bit more about this and help us understand the situation, how it all transpired. Constable Mandy Edwards of the RCMP, thank you very much.
You're welcome.